Welcome back into Everyday Kentucky, live from Keeneland here on opening day for the 2023 spring meet. Scott Hazelton is here with us. You see him on Fanduel Sports, and of course, you see him every day on the CW Lexington at 11:30 every race day with Gabby Gaudette for today at Keeneland. Scott, it's going to be a great meet, but a huge weekend racing-wise all around the country.
Yeah, it certainly is. I mean, we've got the Toyota Bluegrass tomorrow, Central Bank Ashland today, the marquee grade ones for the glamour divisions for the fillies, 3-year-old fillies looking to get to the Kentucky Oaks, and then the Derby tomorrow, and then also Wood Memorial, that's up in New York tomorrow, and we got the Santa Anita Derby on the West Coast with a pretty highly thought of horse by the name of Practical Move.
Absolutely. Okay, so let's talk about the Central Bank Ashland first, which will take place this afternoon. This has really become a stepping stone for some great performances at the Oaks, and there's another one today who didn't look quite as good last time out, but Wonder Wheel is still probably the favorite.
Well, I would say so, because I think that race, every race has purpose, right? When you're trying to get to the big goal, and the big goal for a filly like Wonder Wheel, last year's 2-year-old champion, is the Kentucky Oaks. And I think that she's a horse that they gave her that race to get ready for this one and then the next one. So I don't know that they fully had her cranked up. I believe off the top of my head, she had about 4 workouts coming into that race. She'll be ready to go today. Big filly. There's no question about it. But watch out for Punch Bowl. Punch Bowl fired a warning shot down at Oakland Park.
Good
she'll
point.
be a horse that'll take a lot of money today.
I'm only an amateur, but I believe in horses for courses. And, of course, Wonder Wheel won twice last fall here at Keeneland in the Alcibiades and then in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies.
And let's not forget about Julia Shining. She's another one, too.
That's exactly
She's a filly that put together one of the most impressive 2-year-old wins, maiden wins here at Keeneland as well. So those are the big 3 in the big one today, the Central Bank Ashland.
Okay, let's talk tomorrow about the Toyota Bluegrass Stakes, an outstanding field, and Tappet Trice looks as good as there is out there in the Derby pool.
Waters get deeper, though, as they do every step of the way, because he beat a decent group in the Tampa Bay Derby when it looked like he wasn't going to be able to, and he's a horse that he just doesn't break sharp away from the starting gate. So he's probably going to get shuffled back unless the light bulb goes on, but you can't. It's tough to think that the light bulb is suddenly going to go on in an instance like this. So he's going to have to overcome that. This is a deeper group, like I said. Watch out for Mendelssohn's March. This is one of my long shot plays of the week. Kenny McPeak, he's won this race a couple of times.
Yes, he has.
I think the outside post isn't great, but I think that forces them into the race, and I think that that's where you want to be. You want to be the target for Tappet Trice because he's going to be coming so far out of it. Get the jump on him. I like him, and I think he might be a double-digit price come post time.
I think you just brought up a great handicapping point, and that's why people should watch the show every day. But I mean, Tappet Trice, slow to get out of the gate, down in the 1 hole. Now, he's won from the 1 hole before, I think once in his career, but still, if you're not quick of foot early, that's not the best place to be.
No, because if you're on the outside, at least you've got yourself out in some space, out in the clear, because if he breaks the way that he did in the Tampa Bay Derby, that group's going to just kind of cross over on him, and he's going to have everybody out in front of him, or he's going to be stuck in a pocket. And these riders, they know where he's at. Right, they're gonna trap him in and try to put him in the worst possible spot. That's race riding. That's just like any other sport in any type of racing sport. But that would be the case for Tappet Trice. He's a nice colt. There's no question about it. But I think he's got a lot of questions.
Hold off on the crown.
And exactly. And Pletcher. I mean, this is normally you don't hear this from Todd, but last week with Forte, he was saying, "Oh, the post for Forte is going to be tough." I think it was post 11 in the Florida Derby. He overcame that. Instantly, Todd Pletcher coming with that same kind of comment with post 1 not being ideal for Tappet Trice. So the racing gods are throwing it at him, but Todd's stacked again. He's got Forte, he's got Kings Barnes, who won the Louisiana Derby, and Tappet Trice for the Toyota Bluegrass. He could have 3 big chances in the Kentucky Derby in a month.
Guys, you get this every race day. Today at Keeneland, 11:30 on the CW Lexington, all throughout the day on Fanduel TV. Thanks so much, Scott. We appreciate it.
Always a pleasure.
He's adjusting to this warm weather here in Kentucky.